All right, y'all, man, what's going on today, man? I'm with a special guest right now, you know. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
My name is Fly Guy, man. Fly Guy Trucker Boy.
All right. So how long have you been trucking for?
How long I've been trucking? I've been trucking about 8 years. Been an owner for about 3 years.
Okay, so how has it been a owner-operator?
As far as being an owner-operator, it gives me freedom. I love my freedom. I can go and choose. I can come and go as I choose, you know what I mean, and do what I want to when I want to do it, you know what I mean. It's harder because you got to do everything yourself. Everything's on you, you know what I mean. You're your own boss, so you know.
That's right.
I mean, what exactly do you want to know about being an owner-operator? I love it. It's got its up days and its down days, but you know, I do love it.
Okay, so what would be the best advice you would give a new up-and-coming trucker that wants to be an owner-operator? What would be the advice that you would give them starting their own business?
Well, I would say if you was in the game for a little while, as far as being a company driver, and you had a good amount of experience under your belt, maybe 2 years or better, you know what I mean? 2 years is not a lot, but it's enough to get in the game yourself and just know a little bit as far as driving is concerned. Maybe a little bit over the road and some local. Over the road is cool, but local is where it's at, because that's where you're gonna learn how to back up and park and all that, go into tight spaces and stuff like that. But my advice is do it, you know what I mean? Don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream, you know? A lot of people, where they fall short is they listen to other people, you know what I mean? And you're not guaranteed to win anything if you listen to somebody else. You got to go out on a limb and take the chance yourself, man. You know, like me, I'm a daredevil, you feel me? So, you know, that's what I did. But I would say be a company man for a little bit, get a little bit of experience up under your belt, save you some money, you know what I mean? Put your pennies in your piggy bank, man, and save you a couple of thousand, you know what I mean? At least about 15 grand, maybe 10, you know what I mean? You could probably get started on 10, you know? But let me tell you this, it doesn't take that much. If it's a will, it's a way. You shop around with different companies, trucking companies, like, what would I say, Velocity or somebody like that, or maybe a private owner. You know, you can find you a truck, a good truck, maybe a truck from a fleet. You know, a fleet truck, a truck that's coming from another company where they done had a couple of trucks, and then they want to upgrade. So what they'll do is they'll get rid of their old trucks and sell them at a wholesale price, and then, you know, get some new trucks. And now that's how you come into the game with these fleet trucks, you know what I mean? These big companies, these big carriers, they selling their old trucks, and that's how I was able to get my truck, you know what I mean?
Right, okay.
But I would say, man, you could do it. You could definitely do it. The rates is not good right now, but hey, man, if it's a will, it's a way. I see so many drivers around here, man, so many owner ops, man, and they pulling different loads, various loads. So it's out here, man. You just got to find it. It's called networking.
Yeah. Okay. So what are some of the downfalls of trucking?
Downfalls? Time management, money management. I would say money management. People not managing their money right. You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of people talk shit about trucking. And yeah, my such and such was a trucker. They was an owner-op, and you know, they didn't like it, and it's too many bills and too much responsibility. But the thing is, people don't know how to manage their money, and that's just life in general. People don't know how to manage their money, and when you don't know how to manage your money, you'll get short on money, and you might have a major expense or a mediocre expense, and you can't make that expense happen because you know you can't fix whatever's wrong with your truck because you don't know how to manage your money. You done fucked off your money. You know?
Okay.
Other downfalls is just not doing inspections properly and not maintaining your truck the way that you should. You know what I mean? You might have a brake failure or a tire problem, a blowout that could cost you your life, cost somebody else's life, or a major incident, an accident. You know what I mean? So just maintaining your truck, man, and being vigilant, being aware of what's going on in your truck. You know, you might not even know a lot about trucks, you know, when you're coming into the game, but it's up to you. Do you want to learn? You want to ask people? do you want to get on YouTube or do you want to Google some shit? You know what I mean? But the knowledge, the information is there for you too. The videos are there, and it's always human beings walking around. They there, they here. You know what I mean? To provide the information to show us something. You know what I mean? When you go to your mechanic, when they doing the work, even though you paying them, watch what they doing.
Yeah, that's facts right there, man. Yeah, you always want to watch the mechanics because, you know, things on the trucks it's very expensive. Okay, so tell us, man, have you ran across any road truckers? Anybody ever disrespected you out there on the road, or did anything to your unit, or did anything to your load? Been out here on the road the last 80 years of you trucking?
That's crazy that you asked, because I was in Iowa one time, and it was a snowstorm, and you know, you got truckers, man, that'll come behind your truck, your trailer, and you know, disconnect your trailer from your truck, and then if you're not properly doing an inspection, you pull off, you drop that load or drop that empty. I've seen that done. You know, that's just the things that haters do. You know, you might have a hater, or you might get into an argument with somebody a couple of exits down the road, and then y'all pulling into the same truck stop. They ain't forgot who you are. They ain't forgot your truck. They wait for you to go to sleep in the wee hours. You might have a reefer running loud as a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna hear nothing. They gonna come by your truck and tamper with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I done seen that. You got some janky cats out here, man. It's like the jail system or the prison system, man. You gotta always stay vigilant, man. Watch your motherfucking back out here, man. Because these cats is dangerous, man. You understand me?
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is, man. That's a part of life, man.
Okay. So, as an owner-operator, would you prefer to run teams with somebody, or would you prefer to stay solo?
Good question. I itch to stay solo. I'd rather stay solo, man. I had an experience, and I had a cool co-driver when I first started out. I had an experience where I had a co-driver, and I just wasn't pleased with somebody being on the truck with me all the time. Good dude, man, good hygiene or whatever, but just didn't, I wanted to be by myself, man. I like to be a solo cat. So what I did was, and I was with CR England, and they make you drive teams. But what I did was, I said, hey, dude, I want to be by myself. I know you want to be by yourself. So, hey, get on the internet, see who's hiring. And the first job available, man, they going to send a Uber or something, a Lyft or a taxi to you, pick you up, man, and you go to your orientation and do what you got to do, man. He did it. Next thing you know, we in El Paso getting some barbecue. He like, hey, man, my ride is here. And I'm like, cool. I call my driver manager. I'm like, hey, I don't know where my driver at, my co-driver. She like, oh, man. I said, well, looks like I got to go by myself.
It sounded like you didn't want him in a truck.
Hey, man, she said, well, you've been doing good this far. We're going to let you go. And that's where it all started.
That's right, man. That's right. Okay. So,
yeah. One time we was in the snow, man, and he didn't fan his brakes right, man. You know, and we was coming off an off ramp, and he wouldn't slow his ass down, and we almost went down the off ramp and onto another off ramp and off the side of the off ramp. So yeah, I'm cool on the co-driver shit. My mama. Yeah, ain't nothing to play with. But go ahead.
Yeah. I had something like that happen to me like that too. Solo was always better. But yeah, what I want to ask you was, Fly Guy, tell us, man, how was it getting your first check as an owner operator? And was it like a large check where you was like, oh, I can do a lot with this money right here?
I first started out with a company called American, and my first check was probably about $7 grand as an owner. Fuel wise though, I probably spent about a good 1,000 and some change. So I probably ended up with late 5,000. You know what I mean? Almost close to 6,000.
That's good profit.
Mid 5 or something like that. You know what I mean? So that was my first check. I didn't hit 10,000 with Amazon. It wasn't these last 2 years, but but I have hit 10,000, 11,000 with Amazon, running empties, running loads. But Amazon, they done changed their system so much, man. It's hard. It's hard out here, man, to get to actually accomplish that type of money. But I guess it's doable. I don't know, man. You know,
Okay.
It is what it is. But yeah, about, you know, average 7,000, 6,000, 7,000. You know what I mean, a week.
That's good
You
money
know?
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how do you feel about all these truckers and things on TikTok? People talking about it ain't no money in the trucking industry nowadays, and if you run solo, you're really not making no money. How do you feel about all that right there?
Well, I have some old school cats, man, that been doing it for 20 years, 25 years. They still running solo. I got a couple of people that I know, husband and wife. Not solo, I'm sorry, teams, husband and wife, and that's how they get their money. They really eating out here, man, off the teams, you know what I mean? But it's husband and wife, or now you got a lot of girlfriend and boyfriends coming to the game. I say local is where it's at, unless you're a team, OTR, you know, over the road. But as far as the rates and stuff like that, man, the rates are garbage, you know what I mean? Being a solo driver, you can make it. You just got to be consistent, man, and find your lane. That's all. Don't settle for one lane. A lot of cats out here, they get complacent, comfortable, and they settle with one lane. Even if it's the lowest lane, you know, they're gonna be out here hours on hand, busting their ass, you know, not getting no sleep, you know, running, missing their family because they trying to get every little load. Because the rates are so low, you're not gonna make the type of money you was making a little while back. So you got to do double the work in order to get what you was making before. So double the work means you don't get to come home. So if you're a local driver, you might as well be OTR because you're not coming home, man. You might be close to home, but you're putting in the work like if you was OTR.
Okay. That's good information right there.
Real talk.
Fly Guy. So tell us something, man. What was one of your most scariest experience being out there on the road in one of them little hick towns? So I'm pretty sure you done drove through some hick towns before, right?
Scary meaning what? As far as driving?
Like far as having to pull over to get fuel in a town that you're unfamiliar with. Did you feel any type of nervousness? Was people staring at you?
You know, you had people that looked at you a certain way, man. You felt certain vibes at times when you come into little towns, you know, Nebraska, different places, Wisconsin, the Dakotas, you know what I mean, North Dakota, different places, you know what I mean, like Mayberry towns, you know what I mean, but hey, even some parts of Texas, you know what I mean, real talk.
Right.
Some of them restaurants, you know what I mean, in them little back streets. But I'm Fly Guy, man. I keep it fly, man, and my mentality is, hey, who gives a fuck, you know what I mean? So I'm not even tripping, man, but always alert and always staying prepared, you know what I mean? But it's adventurous. I like adventures, you know what I mean? So
that's right.
That's why I'm not tripping, man. But it's been fun. Scary moment for us driving is coming down that them Colorado Rockies, the mountains, you know what I mean? Coming through Colorado,
yes, sir.
Stuff like that in the snow. It's all bad, man. Or even coming through off the 5 down Shasta, Mount Shasta, when it's real slick, you know what I mean? And they got a little bridge, and the walls on the side of you is about this big, and you look over, and it ain't nothing but water, about 1,000 feet down, man. You know what I mean? That's scary. But hey, I had to grow some balls, man. Balls to the wall.
Like what is that? Donner's Pass?
Donner's Pass?
Yeah,
man, you learn all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
They don't tell you about it when you first start out, but you know, you run into it and you like, what's this? And they like, oh, you didn't know you was coming down Donner's? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell no. What? You got them tall ass trees on the side. You like, you know, you getting high. You got trees that's as tall as, you know, tall as the earth. But yeah, man, it's been some scary experiences, man. But it's all good, man. Trucking saved my life, though, man.
All right. So, Fly Guy, tell us about when you go to like the truck stop. Do the lot lizards bang on your door? I'm pretty sure the people want to know about the lot lizards. Yeah.
Man, we at the truck stop right now, the TA, and unless it's some magicians out here, man, I don't see no lot lizards. A lot of that shit got shut down, man. It used to be popping in Ontario, California, And I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of other places that I've been to out of state and stuff like that. But you really don't see it as much as you used to. Them country towns, them southern towns, you know, Midwest towns, you might see it. They still got it cracking. But around here, man, where we at right now, ain't nothing going on, man, that I can see, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
hey, I don't give a shit, because I don't give a shit about no lot lizards. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm a conservative, man. I do things the right way, man, and I don't look for no drama. I don't want no drama. I don't want no stinking ass lot lizard around me. But you know, to each his own though, man. But yeah, it ain't none of that going on right here, man. It's clean business over here, man. Clean business.
All right, Fly Guy. Okay, so last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this interview to a close, but I have one last question.
What's that?
If you had to choose out of running loads for a broker, or would you prefer to run contract loads? Okay, let me elaborate.
Go ahead.
So, you know, the brokers, they shoot the load, then you have the dispatcher calling you, giving you the information on running the loads, compared versus to running a contract load. You work directly straight with the person that gives you the load. Like, for example, the battery.
Yeah, I would rather go direct. Who wouldn't want to go direct? I'm direct like TV, man. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, I want to go direct, straight to and
That's
from.
right.
You know what I mean? Straight to the source. You know what I mean? That's how I want to make my money. Who wouldn't want to do that, man? It cuts out the middleman. It cuts out all the bullshit that comes along with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You getting hit with double brokering and fake loads.
Yes.
And, you know what I mean? Police pulling up on you talking about this load is stolen, and you know, you pulling up to places like Amazon and they talking about, you know, this load's been taken already, or and they trying to get you to detour to other off-site places with a load that don't even belong to them, but they trying to get you to drop the load off so they can get paid, so they can get all the goods up out the load, and you're gonna get caught up for it. In other words, you could go pick up a load off the load board and they gonna redirect you somewhere else and tell you, hey, just drop it off over here, and we gonna pay you through Zelle or Cash App or something like that. You know, take the load over here. Man, they gonna take the load. What I mean, take the load. They gonna steal the load, and all that's gonna come back on you, and they gonna wonder, hey, you picked this load up? Whoa. You know, where'd you get this load from? I got it off the load board. Oh, it's not a legitimate load. Shit, how I'm supposed to know? Everything panned out, but you know, on the load board, man, if you got factoring, you can. There's levels to this shit. You know what I mean? If you got factoring, you can always tell if somebody's good. You know what I mean? Through their credit. You know what I mean? And you know, they either gonna be in the red or they gonna be in the green or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's gonna tell you if they doing good business or not. And then, you know, maybe it's other ways that you can try to find out if the business is good. But hey, man, at the end of the day, you still got to make a conscious decision on your own. You know what I mean? Whether you're gonna do it or not. You're gonna take the load. You know what I mean? You're gonna sign the what is it called? Start with a C. You're gonna sign the paper.
The bill of lading?
Yeah, but what's that paper called? I don't know. The itinerary.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sign that thing, man.
Yeah.
Once you sign it, it's yours. You know what I mean? But hey, man, there's money out here. I had a cat that I ran into today. He said, man, hey, Fly Guy, you don't remember me? I said, shit, no, but your face looks familiar. You know what I mean? I've been knowing him, probably OTR or something like that, JB Hunt or something like that. He said, yeah, man, I remember you, man. You was the tough guy on the yard. I started laughing, man. So I got a reputation, not for being tough, but, you know, I just hold my own. But I meet people everywhere, man. But the whole point to that is he told me he was an owner-operator for a little bit, and he gave up. So now he's selling his truck. He got discouraged, man. Guess what? We still running. We still running.
That's right.
People selling their trucks, we still running.
I never
Come on, man. You
understood
can't give up. You can't give up.
Right.
You can't give up, man. But you know, to each his own, man. More power to the young man, dude. The young man, and peace and blessings to him, man. I hope he moved on to be a company driver. Hey, more power. Maybe he'll get him some more money, find a new lane, and get back out here on his own, man. But it's all about this owner-op shit. I don't take nothing from the company drivers. We was all company drivers at first for the most part, and that's how we got where we are. We studied the game, you know what I mean? Wrote everything down on a memo. I put everything in this memo, you know what I mean? Got some game, and here we are in this lane. You dig?
There it is right there, ladies and gentlemen.
We're moving right now.
All right. This is the batteries right here.
Yeah. So it's all good, babe. Hey, man. Fly Guy Trucker Boy, and this is Fly Guy Trucker Boy TV. Dig that.
And we out.